It is a very nice day. No, can't take this turn yet. I gotta wait till I get down. Till I get down into the 20s. A little bit late with this stream simply because I'm late with this stream because I had stuff to do after training my client. I had to get in my little deadlift action for myself, and then I had to run an errand for my dad and hang out with him for a little while. I'm not going to take 24th Street. Whoa! Stay in your lane, buddy. Stay in your goddamn lane, please. I don't want to die. Okay, guy? I don't want to die. So I am going to need you to follow the rules of the goddamn road. Thank you very much. Good morning, y'all. Like I said, I'm a little bit late. Had to do some stuff and some things. And now I'm about to do one more stuff and thing. And then I got a client at noon. So I'm trying to do the things with the stuff and do them properly and safely. There's my 3rd Avenue. I missed you, 3rd Avenue. Actually, I don't really miss 3rd Avenue. I'm just glad that I'm not in the wrong spot. Yeah, I don't really have much of a choice, I don't think, with this setup here. Although, let me see if I can change that for you. I don't really want to show too much of what's going on in my background. But let's see if that changes things. Yeah, I don't want to show stuff in my background. So I'm just going to keep it just like this because I don't need motherfuckers knowing what neighborhood I live in, what street I live on. But it's good to know that I can change that if I wanted to. Maybe when I do my longer drives and I go, to other places in the state of New York and beyond, I can do the whole thing with the landscape mode. But right now, it is not a safe thing for me to do. So I'm not going to do it. What up? What up, Mr. Pickett? Thank you for showing love. Ambush Gaming in the motherfucker. Yo, shout out to Ambush Gaming, yo. Let me talk about Ambush Gaming for a minute, right? I'm at Ambush like year 1 or 2 of Infinite Warfare. And he was like this loud, brash guy. And like some of the guys in the party is like, yo, this guy's too loud. He's too this. I'm like, nah, Ambush is cool, man. Ambush is cool, right? One of the things that I'm not saying that I stole this from Ambush, but I did think of Ambush when I made the decision to do this series, is that he's got his gaming channel and all that, right? But occasionally, he'll get right on his phone and start streaming from the car when he's at work or whatever. Whoa, She knows she looks good. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Seen a couple of those women today. I'm telling you, coming out of the lockdown, there are going to be so many women that talked all of that ga about how they hate male attention, but they are putting that shit on display. And we're not talking about because it's supposed to be hot out. Like, hey, it's uncomfortable. I don't want to wear a lot. No, no, no. We're talking about how they're displaying it. They're like, listen, no man has looked at my body in 2 years. I need attention. And they are putting that shit on display. And let me tell you, I'm not upset about it. But they ain't going to catch me giving them the attention, though. Nope. I'm going to notice you, but you ain't going to notice me noticing you. That's really what you want. You want to notice being noticed. And I'm not giving you that satisfaction. All right? Sorry, everything that I'm seeing is in front of me. All right? Landscape mode would give you what's going on over here. And when I pull up to where I pull up to, I don't need niggas pulling up. You know what I mean? So, yeah, we're not doing that. But like I said, when I go ambush sexual sidetrack, for real, man. My first wife, my first lady, she says that I have conversational ADD because we'll be having a conversation about something like, oh, look, something shiny. Oh, some big titties. Some tig old bitties. Yeah, I stop at yellow lights, folks. That's what I do. But yeah, man, I saw it like Ambush kind of just like sitting there on his lunch break eating garbage. Yeah, I'm calling you out for that, guy. You got to eat better food. All right? Got to take care of your body because you only get one. But he's sitting there and I'm like, yo, if I'm not in a position to like really sit there and stream for, Call of Duty for 6 hours, yo, I could be in the motherfucking car. Why not? So shout out to Ambush Gaming, yo. Got my Gatorade going on here. So yeah, I was kind of sort of happy. I only had about maybe 15 to 20 minutes to test my hamstrings, glutes, core with the barbell deadlift today. And with the debilitating back ailment that I lived with for over 2 years, being able to deadlift under the circumstances, because like you guys know, like last week, I just picked up a bar cold. I deadlifted 325, which ain't really shit. But for somebody who could not deadlift at all, partially because of the Rona, but also because of the back injury that I suffered just driving this very car for too long and not stopping. I just could not function at all. Okay. Guy, a fucking turn signal would be good, sir. Oh, his fucking rear tail light doesn't work. That's why you need tail lights, people. Anyway. Oh, you're going to do the question and answer stuff? That sounds like fun. I mean, I'm pretty open with my life too, but I need more viewers for it to actually make some sense. So, I'll probably start doing Q&As when I finally get to 1,000. I think like I need like 125 more subscribers on this channel, and I need like 886 subscribers on the Talking Shit podcast. So definitely, people, I need you guys I need you guys to subscribe to the Talking Shit podcast, please. We talk about a lot of important shit over there. Last night we discussed the the sentencing of Derek Chauvin in the murder of George Floyd. Occasionally we get some people of certain political and social persuasions that want to come to my platform and they want to show how conservative they are by slandering this man and putting out false information about him and about his life and how he lived his life and about the circumstances of his death. So we broke it down. We broke it down on the Talking Shit podcast. The sentencing memorandum from the judge himself, Peter Cahill. Peter Cahill outlined why the median sentence for second-degree murder in the state of Minnesota, the type of second-degree murder, would be unintentional murder in the commission of a felony. He explained why he gave him the 12 and a half plus an additional 10 years on top of that. He sentenced him to 270 months in state prison for a reason. And I don't want to hear anymore about how, oh, it wasn't a murder. Oh, this was this testimony. This was that testimony. I'm not going to argue with nobody anymore on the subject because the experts have spoken. The higher ups in the Minneapolis Police Department, they spoke up. Expert witness testimony, and the judge's own words, the jury, everybody, everything having to do with that case made it very, very clear exactly what that was. So we on the Talking Shit podcast, we took 2 hours to run it down exactly why Derek Chauvin deserved a 270-month prison sentence. For those scoring at home, that's 22 and a half years. And we're not even done with him because the feds also have charges pending against him. And not just about what he did to George Floyd, but what he did to an underage male, violating the civil rights of that young man. So yeah, on the Talking Shit podcast, we're just not going to accept people with the malicious misinformation that outright lies. We're not doing that. Those days are done. And I'm not going to argue with people about it anymore. We broke down the sentencing memorandum. We broke it down. And the judge made it very clear. There is no emotion in it. There's no bias. There's no public outrage. None of that factored into the sentencing. The only thing that factored into the sentencing were the aggravating factors beyond just the crime committed in the case. The judge made it clear what aggravating circumstances were not considered and which ones were. And it had nothing to do with Antifa. It had nothing to do with Black Lives Matter. It was the facts of the case. So I'm not going to be arguing with anybody on that subject anymore. I'm just going to give you a link to the Talking Shit podcast, episode 21. And you can sit there for 2 hours after we broke it down. And if you still feel like you need to argue with your mama. I did put a little conjecture in there, so it's not completely unbiased. But most of what I put there, most of what I talked about was unbiased. So, I don't know when is the next time we're going to be doing an episode of Black Power Magic Hour on Act.tv. I don't know when we're going to be doing that, but we're probably going to be discussing that sentencing in some shape, form, or fashion as well. But yeah, we're not going to be arguing about that crime. He's been convicted and sentenced, and he's going to be going through another trial unless he pleads guilty. And when you get sentenced to on federal charges, you're not going to be, getting a 22.5 year sentence and like, oh, I'm only going to do 7. I'm only going to do 13. No, the feds are not. The feds are not going to. You're going to do that sentence. So the law is not finished with Derek Chauvin, although he is finished enforcing the law. He is definitely done with that. Yo, Steve, when it comes to BPMH, I know as much about what's happening as you do. My co-host works for another production company called Democracy Now! And the last thing that I heard is that he's trying to figure out the work schedule so that we can figure out the airing schedule for Black Power Magic Hour on Act.tv. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I wish I did know. If I did know, I would definitely announce it and make plans accordingly. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if Derek ends up serving that full sentence. It'll be interesting to see how the federal government chooses to prosecute, investigate, prosecute, and/or sentence. Because, you know, I don't. There are cases where inmates have completed their sentence, and then after they complete their sentence, um, after they complete their sentence, they then get taken into custody by, state officials. That happens. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of prosecution happens. Um, it'll be interesting to see, how effective the prosecution is, what the federal judges choose to do in these situations. If we even get, if we even get to a courtroom. I mean, Derek Chauvin didn't even bother taking a stand in his own defense because, he probably would have gotten more time in prison if he would have spoken his own behalf. Let's just be real about it. The dude is a sociopath. I don't think that any footage I've ever seen of him in any capacity shows any emotion whatsoever. When the judge imposed the 270-month sentence, it was almost as if the dude was taking a mental nap. Like nothing changed. what do or where do I go to listen? Hold on a second. Let me get to where I'm going. Hey, I was the last car in. Yay. Okay. Um, what or how to listen? I'm not good with technology for right now. Well, when it comes to the Talking Shit podcast, follow that link, right? Put that in your search, bit.ly/capital TALKIN_SHT. That's the Talking Shit podcast. Put that into your browser. It'll take you to the Talking Shit podcast YouTube channel. Where am I headed? Actually, I am headed to, yeah, I got you, Mr. Pickett. I got you. I got you. I'm actually headed to do something that I should have done months ago. During the Rona, I was able to renew my driver's license by basically saying I'm still alive. But as part of the agreement, I had to agree to go to some place that will do an eye exam so that they can have it on record that I can see. So I, instead of just, driving home like I normally would, I'm going to try to go to a pharmacy that I believe does the eye exams, and then have them give me the proof that I did the eye exam. And then I got to go online to the New York State Department of Motor Vehicles, and I got to put in all that information so they can know that my eyesight is better than like most people's. So I'm going to go to this pharmacy and try to prove it. So that's where I'm headed. I'm headed to try to take care of this business. And then I'll be headed home because in 2 hours I have a client that I'm going to train remotely. And I'm letting you guys know, those who want to be in the best shape of their lives, especially this hot ass summer, and all of these hot women are basically walking around half naked because they need male sexual attention. If you want to be one of those women, if you want to be one of those men that don't get hashtagged, but instead they get the reciprocated energy, and you want to look good, you can contact me, and I can get you going. You don't have to pay me though. That's for goddamn certain. You definitely gonna have to pay me. Um, so if you're interested in getting in the best shape of your life, what I'm saying, you could hit me up at this email address, drevilgeniusbiz@gmail.com. It's all one word. DREVILGENIUSBIZ@gmail.com. Okay? Yeah, yeah, if you want to get them all the way naked, man, you know, you got to look good naked. But over here, you know, it's going to cost you. But you're investing in yourself. You're investing in your future. And you're also investing in my future. We don't fuck around over here. Yo, mad props to Traditionalist for putting that link in the chat. That's why you're a mod. Follow that link. It'll take you to the Talking Shit podcast. We need men to be the best versions of themselves. But in order for men to be inspired to do so, to have motivation to do so, there's got to be, something in it for us men. And I aim to help you guys find reasons why you should be in the best shape you can be in the best mental space you can be in the best financial position you can be in. Because like it or not, fellas, hypergamy is a real thing. And it's not something to be getting mad at the women for, because it's part of their nature. It's in their DNA. In fact, it's in the DNA code of almost every female of every species on planet Earth. Hypergamy is real. This is part of the inspiration for men building the world. It's just what it is. I understand that dealing with modern women is not easy, but on TSP, we're going to talk about a whole lot of issues, but the main issue is to help you guys navigate through a lot of this bullshit. Exactly. Here on Dr. Evil, we don't really, we do a lot of gaming stuff and a lot of entertainment stuff. I mean, we're going to be doing some entertainment stuff on TSP as well. But TSP is definitely going to be the place for TSP is definitely going to be the place for definitely making sure that men need to know that we are not the abusers and the rapists and the disposable wallets, the disposable dildos attached to a fleshy body. We are more than that, and we are worth more than that. So this platform is about letting you guys know that you guys are important to society, regardless of what you're hearing in mainstream media, that you have a role to play that proves your value to this society. You have a role to play. And then you have to protect your self-respect by accepting nothing less than when you deal with women. You should not be dealing with women on any level below a certain quality level, a certain attitude level, regardless of how big her booty is. It's important. So on TSP, yeah, we're going to be holding women accountable. But more importantly, we're going to hold you accountable. Dead Man Slasher, how you doing, buddy? Because no matter what's going on in society, no matter what the bullshit that's going on, you still have a responsibility because only you can control you. So we're not going to worry too much about what other people are doing or what they're not doing, because we have a duty to be the very best versions of ourselves. And then you'll start to notice that it's so much easier to ignore the bullshit that's going on in the world when you're out there doing what you're supposed to do. I would change that most. I would change that most to many. And there's a difference. Many can be a numerous minority. Okay? I need you guys to understand something. Most women, a majority of women, greater than 50% of women are good women. For attention, you don't know who they are because they're not seeking your attention. The ones that you guys see are the attention seekers because they're seeking attention. So we have to make sure that we give the proper ladies the proper respect that's due to them, because lumping them in with the ones that we don't respect as much, uncool. And what it also does is it takes away your ability to see the women who are worth it. And then when she passes you by, because you're looking at the chicks that aren't worth it, you're going to be alone and you're going to be saying, wow, this is all women's fault. When in reality, it's not the case. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If you can like not be out in these dating streets, especially if you're a monogamous, me not being monogamous, it's a little different for me, but only a little. But yeah, if you're not out in these monogamous, if you're not out in these streets and you've got your lady, yo, make sure you do right by her, because people will end up seeing that it is worth it to treat men properly, because they're seeing that their girlfriends are having success with men. But nothing turns a bad girl, a good girl bad more than being shit on and then seeing her friends also get shit on. So again, it still comes back to the responsibilities that we have as men. Again, we could talk all day till we're blue in the face about what modern women are out there doing. You'll find a lot of red pill channels that are out there talking about what the modern woman is doing. Okay? But here's one thing that you got to understand. No matter what the modern woman is doing, you are still responsible for what you do. And the actions that you take in this life have an effect on other people, and it's exponential. Dead man, you are taking your responsibility seriously. You're getting into a trade and you are fulfilling your role as a protector and a provider. Good on you. And the hope is that your lady Isabel, will also show you the proper respect going forward. And we're going to be talking about what that looks like. Holy fuck me. Fucking big ass. Yeah, sorry about that. My phone overheated. Sorry. Let me answer this question if Adrian is still here. What responsibility do women have? Uh, Women have the responsibility to uh, to make sure that they respect the men that are out there doing the work. But here's the thing. As men, it is our job to make sure that we are doing the work. That's our thing. We can't control what other women do. And what is more, women respond to what we do. So if we're out there taking care of business, they tend to fall in line. I want to reposition this car. I want to get a little bit closer to the curb because I am paranoid. So women do have the responsibility to show the proper respect. But here's the thing. Women are born with the value that they have. So we as men, we are expected to respect them regardless of what they do. But the thing is that we don't get respect until we earn it. So only after you earn the respect will you then get the respect. All right. There's no meters here. No hydrants. I got a fucking parking spot to go handle my business. But anyway, yo, I gotta do this shit before they take away my driver's license. Okay. We will have another conversation on my daily drive. We'll have another conversation very, very soon. I'm probably gonna downgrade the quality to 720p because it's making my phone overheat. And then cutting off the stream. So much love and respect to y'all. Thank you for subscribing. Again, for those who don't know, scroll up. Additionally, put a link in the chat. Definitely come see us over at the Talking Shit Podcast. We have another live episode happening tomorrow. And then right back here on Dr. Evil Genius on Thursday morning after I squat. It'll be Genius, take the wheel. Until then, I'm up out of here, handling my business. You handle yours.